This office is the only major franchise that is in all of Southeast Seattle. And that says a lot about who's in that office. The expectation in real estate is that it's so cutthroat and that people are always sort of seeing you as their competition. And that's just not the case in our office. And a lot of people in our office come from social services, mental health, some kind of service-oriented work. And that is really the heart and soul of how my business is, how I want to be in the world as a human being. And it was just such a no-brainer. And the best news about it is being at that office totally transformed my business.
The reason why Windermere Mount Baker is special to me today, as it was that very first day, was because it was different. I walked into that office and I knew right away, by talking to 5, 6 people, this place was unique, it was special, and it was a place where I would feel like I belonged. Well, I mean, there's lots of things that attract me to this area, but one of them is the fact that it's got a great diversity of population, of people who live here. There's a lot going on. You have a retail core in Columbia City, a burgeoning, sort of Genesee area coming up, Seward Park. So the area is lively, fun, and diverse, and it's magnetic. Well, I mean, as a real estate agent, you go through a lot. So there have been some times when there have been really challenging times when things didn't work out the way I wanted them, and that's life. And I've had great success at this, and I'm so grateful. But the times that it didn't work out well, whenever I needed solace, someone to give me advice, someone to just say, hey, it's going to be okay, I always have found that, not just at the management at Windermere, but my fellow agents, my peers. And that is really, really tough to replace, and it's a remarkable, remarkable thing to have in an office.
So I remember the first time that I met Joe Easterday was for my initial interview to join the firm. I didn't know what to expect, but he set such a great bar that I realized that after I went out and then interviewed with other firms. The support, the encouragement, the focus on helping all the individual agents in the office and the community have just been #1 since day one, since I've met him. And that's the reason why I've joined this office, and that's the reason why I'm with this office and will remain with the office.
The reason I went to Mount Baker office specifically was kind of funny. I mean, I'm actually living in the neighborhood, and so part of my studies, they suggest that you go and interview at offices so that when you finally have your license, you actually have a job first. And so Windermere is the neighborhood real estate agency, and I thought, oh well, I'll go there and it'll be a practice because Windermere is this really big company and they hire only experienced agents, so I didn't think I had any chance. But the interview went really well, and what I really took away from my interview mostly was, I mean, Joe was so great, and he sent me a thank you note right away, and there was all this communication and support, and I just felt like, wow, if that's what they do for their agents, like imagine how they teach us to work with our clients. And that was the kind of relationship that I wanted to be as an agent. That's the kind of relationship I wanted to have with my clients.
I had been at 3 offices before I joined Windermere Mount Baker. And it's a mix of wanting to find a culture that felt like it fit me. And in some strange way, I think I didn't want to find a culture that fit me for a little while because that meant I was a real estate agent. For my real life, for my real life, authentically, Sarah was a real estate agent. And it's funny, I didn't really even realize that until after I joined the office, and kind of my life, and I really liked the people in the office enough that I felt like there was finally a mix between my real estate life with the other brokers around me and my personal life. And I always work with people I knew, and I have tons of people in the theater that are my clients, but it was sort of the last step in acknowledging, like, this is a career that I'm gonna do and that I'm proud of and that I love.
The intent early on was to have something positive of value to give to the community versus just being a real estate agent that is in this office that is out selling homes. I think that is what we do ultimately, but again, I think always the bigger picture was, what can we do positively for the community, for the people that we're working with? And letting go of, again, these top salespeople of the month, it wasn't about transactions and volume, it was really about being a part of the community and positively affecting the people that we're working with.